What's up, stream? What's up, good guys? I'm going to sleep soon. One thing I figured out is if you're doing like season 3 was bad. Wait, is it even out? Is it out? No way it's out. What? Alright, you know what? I'm not looking at any of this shit. I don't know. It's all fucking spoilers.
Tomahawk Andy said Guju LT doing sleep streama before GTA 6.
We've done it before. We're doing it again. I got like 300 views last time I did it. So I was like, why not? It's smart. I can't believe the season 3. Oh, and it was bad. We're cooked. Squid Game season 3 bad. Hashtag confirmed. I don't know what I want to watch. I want to watch like something. No, there's still chat. Everyone's here.
Tomahawk Andy said let him cook chat fire fire fire. Wait, I'm the only one here.
Let's watch this. We're not going to watch the whole thing. But it's the start of a sleep
video,
video, I guess.
The theory of evolution is still one of the most controversial theories in science.
So this theory is easy. It just means monkey to human.
Tomahawk Andy.
It radically changed our belief about how humans came into existence. For most of history, people thought life was fixed, unchanging, designed with purpose. Then, this idea came along and rewrote everything we thought we knew. In 1859, Charles Darwin published On the Origin of Species, introducing a concept so
the whole theory is just monkey to human. So that one's explained. We'll skip that one.
Scientific ideas ever proposed. The story begins with Nicholas Copernicus, a 16th century astronomer who dared to challenge the long-accepted geocentric model, which had been supported for centuries by the Catholic Church
world record of sniffing 600 kilograms of coke
and Ptolemy.
I think I could probably get that world record with enough training.
Along with the other planets, revolved around the sun. But this wasn't just an academic debate. This idea shook the foundations of power, religion.
What kind of sucks? I want to sleep to like these videos, but I don't know if I can do that because of the whole copyright law and everything. And 600 years in prison.
Said in 600 years in prison.
I mean, for that much coke, it makes sense why you would get 600 years in prison, so I'll keep my nose clean.
And humanity's place in the cosmos. At first, heliocentrism was dismissed as absurd.
That's a string
theory.
How
could Earth be moving if we don't feel it? String theory. This theory stands as one of the most debated concepts in modern science.
Said you know what?
I don't know what. What?
Tomahawk
by the way.
Said it's World of Tanks Split's 11th anniversary.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I kind of did know that because of the whole balls. The balls that you can buy right now. I think I got a crate, which I should probably open soon. But oh yeah, I'm gonna have the chat really loud, and it's gonna be coming through my TV, so it's probably gonna like it. If you spam it, it'll keep me up. I'm gonna try to sleep through it though.
Because if it's true,
but I thought that'd be fun. You know, you keep interacting with. The more you interact with stream, the more I could stay awake.
Sauces.
Don't say stuff like that.
Hey, I
Andy.
remember the last time
It's
you
not
did
cool.
an accidental sleep stream. Tomahawk Andy. Said Peter Griffin have said you stupid and
Don't say comments like that. I'd have to ban you for shit like that. Not cool.
Tomahawk Andy. Said no.
But yeah, I do a lot of accidental sleep streams. This is a
Tomahawk Andy
sleep stream that's
said
actually
1
true.
minute.
Nah, I gotta do bans for that. Principle.
Tomahawk Andy
I'll forgive.
said
Just stop
please
saying
forgive.
shit like that. It goes out of my hands. Eventually, I get. What's string
it could
theory?
rewrite everything
Tomahawk
we know
Andy
about the universe.
said I won't do that
It's
again,
an
I swear.
attempt to do something
Alright.
no other theory has
I'll take your word
managed.
for it.
Unify all the forces of nature into a single framework. Gravity, electromagnetism, nuclear forces.
So this is basically just saying we're all connected, which is what anyone would feel on mushrooms.
Everything explained by one elegant
It's-
equation.
Who knows? Maybe it's
But
true.
there's a
Maybe
problem.
we all are connected.
Despite decades of research, we
By a
still have
string.
no
Tomahawk
proof that it's
Andy.
real.
Or two.
Said good guy
At its
doing
core,
reaction stream.
string theory proposes
And we're doing them right. I'm gonna play videos tonight, but the videos I play while I'm sleeping are just gonna be mine. Because I don't know what the whole copyright law thing is, everything. So I don't want to like react to anyone's content and like sleep through it, because then you're technically not reacting to it. But that's why I'm like actually doing a reaction with this one.
that everything in existence
pausing it when I
isn't
talk.
made of tiny particles,
I don't
but
want to
of
do
even
this wrong and then get in
smaller,
trouble for
vibrating
shit.
strings of energy.
Said search senior Pello
Different
comedy. You
vibrations
will
of
dead
these
laughing.
strings supposedly determine the properties of everything.
Sounds good.
Mass,
Might do some of that.
charge, even gravity itself. In theory, this could explain the fundamental structure of reality. But in practice, no one has ever seen a string, measured one, or found any direct evidence that they exist. And it gets even
A
stranger.
string?
String theory
I've
doesn't
already
work
seen the
in 3 or 4
multiverse one. I
dimensions
think
we
everybody knows
experience.
multiverse
It
theory at
demands
this
at least
point.
11. Where are
Holographic
these extra
universe, that one's
dimensions?
pretty
Tomahawk Andy.
Some
self-explanatory.
physicists believe
Said I have
they're
watched it, funny
curled up
ASF.
at subatomic scales, too small for us.
Yeah, well, let's try searching out. I know like I know a lot of the theories in the one.
Tomahawk Andy said SR Pello comedy.
Watch out, guys! Flashing lights.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing tonight?
Tomahawk
Well,
Andy
A Chinese,
Said yeah.
a Mexican, and an American walk into a bar.
How long was this made? 4 years ago.
Are you looking at this?
It's really random. It's not bad.
888.
Are you looking? Are you looking at this? Are you looking at? Are you looking at this?
This is actually, what the fuck is this? It's just a whole bunch of random shit. I feel like I already watched like 3 minutes of it, but we're only like a minute and a half.
said I'm dead laughing.
It is pretty funny.
And then they said, what?
I forgot
Thank you
this is,
so much,
yeah.
everyone. What a beautiful audience. Thank you.
Tomahawk Andy said you can see my comment in the comment section.
Fortunately.
to detect.
All right, back to the
Others
theories.
argue
I'm going to
that if
skip a
these
little bit
extra
into it.
dimensions were real, we should have seen their effects by now, but we haven't.
I guess I don't really know what this one is.
Cyclic
Cycle universe.
The universe may have already died and been reborn countless times.
That one actually makes a lot of sense.
Tomahawk Andy. Said I'd bet.
I think this was like kind of in Futurama in the last episode. It was kind of in it.
According to the cyclic universe theory, the cosmos isn't a one-time event that started with the Big Bang. It's an endless loop of expansion, collapse, and rebirth. Unlike the standard Big Bang model, which suggests the universe will expand forever or eventually fade into a cold, empty void, the cyclic model proposes a more dramatic fate. Over billions of years, gravity slows cosmic expansion until it reverses, pulling everything inward. Galaxies collide, stars are crushed, and space itself collapses into a singularity, only for another Big Bang to ignite, birthing a new...
Tomahawk Andy.
I see what it's
Said
saying.
you should listen to the Sleep Funk.
We might, I don't know. If that's music, then it could be copyrighted, then I can't really listen to it. Then you get a copyright claim, and they're not fun. But this makes a lot of sense. Everything's flying around and eventually just keeps hitting and hitting and hitting each other, and then bang, bing, bang, bong. Big Bang Theory.
universe from the ashes
Right
of the
back
old.
to where we started.
The idea isn't just poetic, it's backed by serious physics. Some versions of the theory stem from string theory and quantum
Tomahawk Andy.
gravity, which
Said eat the
suggests that the
microphone.
Big Bang
I'm
wasn't
not
the
really
absolute
hungry
beginning,
right now,
but just
but
one
maybe
phase in
later.
an eternal cycle. If true, this could solve a major problem in cosmology, why the universe seems so finely tuned for life. If countless universes have existed before ours, maybe only the ones with the right conditions keep going. But here's the controversy. There's no solid evidence. So far, the cosmic background radiation, the faint afterglow of the Big Bang, doesn't show clear signs of a previous universe, and some physicists argue that over multiple cycles, energy would be lost, preventing an infinite series of rebirths. Still, if the cyclic model is correct, it means the universe has no true beginning or end. The cosmos is forever trapped in an infinite loop of destruction and creation.
Tomahawk Andy.
But if that's the
Said
case,
Welch's is the most
what
underrated
came
drink,
before the very
in my
first
opinion.
cycle?
That's
or has
fair.
there
They have
simply
pretty
never
good
been
juice.
a beginning at all? Existence of white holes. Black holes are terrifying. Regions of space where gravity is so intense that nothing...
I've heard of white holes before. I don't actually know really anything on them, so I hope this video is
Tomahawk
going to be
Andy.
informative.
Said is it 12 a.m.
It's
Not
1:16
even
right
light
now.
can escape. But what if I told you there
AM.
might be something even stranger, something that does the exact opposite, a cosmic object that spews out matter and energy instead of swallowing it?
Oh,
These
yeah, I guess it
theoretical
would be the
objects are
opposite
called
of a
white
white-
holes,
yeah.
and if they exist, they could change everything we know about the universe. A white hole is essentially a black hole in reverse. Instead of pulling everything in, a white hole would blast matter and radiation outward, making it impossible.
I feel like if they existed, though, wouldn't we have already found like at least one of them? We've seen like how many black holes? But this one is just a theory and not
Tomahawk Andy.
true.
Said white hole ain't no way.
I mean, it could be true. It could be true. We don't know. Maybe we just haven't found it yet. But I mean, if we did, I feel like it would release a lot of radiation and shit to the point that, like, I don't know, they'd know.
For anything to enter. Imagine
Tomahawk
a
Andy.
cosmic fountain.
Said white hole
endlessly
vs ton
spraying
618 black hole.
I don't know.
energy and particles into
Would
space.
they just cancel each other out
But here's the catch.
if they
While black
collided?
holes are well documented, no one has ever seen a white hole. They remain purely theoretical, emerging from Einstein's equations as a possible solution to general relativity. So why do scientists even consider them? Some theories suggest that white holes might be connected to black holes, forming a cosmic tunnel, what we commonly call a
Tomahawk
wormhole.
Andy. Said wait,
Matter
I
that
always
falls
see
into
you wearing a
black
cap,
hole
put it down.
might not disappear forever,
I'll
but
put it down
instead be
eventually.
ejected out of a white hole in another part of the universe.
I just like that it keeps my hair
Others
out of my
propose
face.
that
My
the
hair's
Big
just
Bang
long.
itself might have been a
I need to cut it
gigantic white
eventually.
hole
Tomahawk
spewing
Andy
out all the matter
said
and
stop the
energy
cap.
that created our
Never.
universe.
Never, ever, ever.
But there's a
Never,
problem.
ever.
White holes, as described by Einstein's equations, seem unstable. They would
Well, yeah, of course they'd be unstable. They're shooting out radiation and shit.
collapse almost instantly under their own gravity, making them nearly impossible to exist in a real universe. Yet some physicists speculate that they could be disguised as certain types of gamma-ray bursts, or hidden in the strange behavior of quasars.
Uranium. I don't
Tomahawk
know
Andy
if I think it'd be
said
like
uranium.
probably a new element that's shooting out of it. I don't even know. It's all theoretical.
So,
Who knows
do
what it'd
white
be?
holes exist, or are they just a mathematical curiosity? If we ever
Tomahawk
find
Andy
one, it could mean
said it's so dark in your room.
That's because I need good sleeping conditions. If I need to sleep tonight, it has to be dark. If it's really bright in my room, then I wouldn't be able to sleep.
the universe is far weirder and more connected than we ever imagined. Quantum mind, consciousness, is the biggest mystery in science. We know the brain is made of neurons, electrical signals, and biochemical reactions. But somehow, within all that, we experience thoughts, emotions, and self-awareness. How does
Tomahawk
something
Andy
as
said I'd anyway. Good night, good guy.
Good night, dude. I'm probably going to be up for a little bit longer. I'm going to see if I can react to anything that's like, I could just keep on while I sleep. I got to search it up. No clue, to be honest, but who knows? Let's figure that out.
Tomahawk Andy said I think one of my brain cell dies.
Reasonable.
physical as a
So
brain
what's this
creates
theory?
something as intangible as the mind? Some scientists believe the answer isn't in neuroscience at all, but in quantum mechanics. This is the quantum mind
Tomahawk Andy
hypothesis.
said if you hungry, eat the microphone.
You know, I might just do that.
The idea that
I don't know
consciousness
yet.
isn't just a product of neurons, but is tied to the strange and unpredictable world of quantum physics. It suggests that the human brain doesn't just function like a biological machine. It operates at a level where reality itself behaves unpredictably, where particles can exist in two places at once, and where the act of observation changes outcomes. One of the most famous versions of this theory comes from physicist Roger Penrose and anesthesiologist Stuart Hameroff, who proposed that tiny structures inside brain cells, called microtubules, might be processing
Tomahawk
quantum
Andy
information.
said fun
They
fact I
argue
have
that
mango
quantum
flavored
effects
mayonnaise in my
inside these
fridge.
microscopic structures
That's
could
pretty
explain
crazy.
the mysteries
That
of
sounds
human
pretty good.
thought, intuition, and even free will. Things that classical physics can't account for. But this
Tomahawk
theory is
Andy
deeply controversial.
said ain't no way
Many
mango flavored
neuroscientists
mayonnaise.
reject it, arguing that the brain is too
Yeah,
warm and wet
that's
for
pretty-
delicate
it's
quantum
pretty
effects
rare.
to last long enough to influence thought. Critics say the quantum mind idea is more philosophy than physics, a desperate attempt to explain consciousness without real experimental backing.
Tomahawk Andy
Still,
said its
if
taste like
quantum
mayonnaise but
mechanics plays a
sweeter.
role in consciousness,
Yeah, that makes
it
sense.
could mean that the mind is more than just a biological machine. It could be something far stranger, something deeply connected to the fundamental nature of the universe itself. If true, this could change everything we think we know about what it means to be alive. But does quantum
We're going to skip to a random one. Origin Alive.
Tomahawk Andy said also durian flavored mayonnaise. That true, bro, I'm not lying.
Oh, that's pretty crazy, too. I'm surprised they have any type of flavored mayonnaise because I've never seen a flavored mayonnaise, but that's really awesome. Fate of the universe. I feel like this would be a good one to learn. Let's learn this one.
of the universe? The universe had a beginning. But does it have an end?
Tomahawk Andy
That's
said
one of the
mayonnaise that
biggest
creamier.
unanswered questions in cosmology, and
Makes
depending on
sense.
who you ask, the fate of everything could range from a slow, freezing death to an apocalyptic cosmic.
But I mean, wouldn't this one also kind of go with the cyclic universe? They kind of go hand in hand because they're both a fate of it. I guess this is more just a general sense of like, is there an ending?
The problem? We have no idea.
Which who even knows? Because I mean, the thing is that the universe is always expanding and everything. So it's never really ending, and they don't find an end to it, but like we're also all going towards something. The Great Attractor or whatever, which is I guess another theory and shit. I mean, there's a lot of different stuff about space that we don't even know. I mean, we know less probably about space and the ocean, which makes sense, obviously, even though we know very, very little about the ocean. That's crazy. I mean, that probably makes the biscuits taste pretty sweet, so that's nice.
Gravy. I eat biscuits with mango-flavored mayonnaise.
Which one is actually coming? Scientists
that sounds
generally
pretty
agree
good.
that the universe is expanding, galaxies are rushing away from each other, and space itself is stretching. But what happens next depends on the unseen forces at play. Will expansion continue forever? Will it slow down? Or will it reverse entirely? One theory, called the Big Freeze, suggests that expansion will never stop. Over billions, then trillions of years, galaxies will drift so far apart that light itself won't reach between them. Stars will burn out, black holes will evaporate, and the universe will become a dark, empty void. A slow and lonely death. Then there's the opposite idea,
Tomahawk
the
Andy
Big Crunch.
Said, do
if
you have a
gravity
family?
proves stronger than expansion, the universe might eventually reverse course, collapsing in on itself
pretty decently sized
until
family.
everything is crushed into a single, infinitely dense point.
Except, you know, my parents went to the beach and didn't take me with, so that's kind of fucked up. If they're watching this, you guys are horrible. I'm just kidding.
Tomahawk Andy said,
like
cool.
the Big Bang, but in reverse. Some believe this cycle could repeat endlessly.
So, for the videos that we're going to go to sleep tonight for, it's going to be, I think I'm just going to watch gameplay of me playing something. I have a few different, I guess I have a good amount of them. I have a few different things I could choose from. We could watch Siege, Rainbow Six Siege gameplay. We could watch Gmod trolling gameplay. We could watch, Sons of the Forest, Sherlock Holmes, Dying Light, Minecraft, and that's all we got. So we can watch any one of those.
Tomahawk Andy said it's horrible when get a strict Asian parents.
So I've heard in videos. Limit of human. Let's watch this one. The lifespan of humans.
The human lifespan. What if the biggest limit on your life isn't disease, accidents, or bad habits, but an invisible expiration date written into your biology? For centuries, humans have dreamed of extending life indefinitely.
Already, I'm just going to say, he can explain it all he wants. I doubt this one is true at all. I think it's just random as fuck.
Is there a hard ceiling on how long we can live?
I think it's for as long as possible.
Tomahawk Andy.
It's just really random shit happens.
I learned from it. Fake sleeping with no smile, knowing every member footsteps. Doctor. That's fair.
Right now, the longest verified human lifespan belongs to Jean Calment, who lived to be 122 years old. But is that the upper limit? Or can we push beyond it? Biologists argue that aging is a biological program deeply embedded in our cells. Over time, DNA damage accumulates, cellular repair slows down, and essential systems break down. Some scientists claim that no matter how advanced medicine becomes, human bodies simply cannot sustain life beyond 120 to 150 years. Even with perfect health, cells eventually reach a state where they can no longer divide, known as the Hayflick limit, essentially putting a biological clock on life itself. But not everyone agrees. Longevity.
I think if medical science really progressed hard enough, it could probably cut that barrier.
Tomahawk Andy said, do you know your liver actually generated again even if it lose 1/4?
Yeah, no, I've heard about your liver is a crazy thing, and people just kill it off so easily.
Believe that aging is just another disease.
Tomahawk
one that can
Andy
be slowed, stopped,
said infinite money.
or even reversed. Techniques like gene editing, stem cell rejuvenation, and cellular reprogramming are already showing promise in extending lifespan in animals. Some scientists believe that the first person to live to 150 or even 200 has already been born. But if there's no
I'm the 200. I'm living till 200, guys. So I'm going to be the first person. You're welcome. And I won't even go bald. All right, now let's watch. I think a good one to watch would be cause of autism. Let's watch this
causes
one.
of autism. Autism is one of the most misunderstood conditions in science.
Makes
We know it
sense.
affects how people think, interact, and perceive the world, but what actually causes it? That question has fueled some of the most heated debates in medicine and neuroscience. For decades, the leading theory has been genetics. Studies show that autism tends to run in families, and scientists
Tomahawk
I feel
Andy
like it is just
said
is it
cause of
not?
cannibalism.
Cause of cannibalism? Jesus. That would probably just be a generational thing too. But this one, autism is 100% definitely genetic. I mean, that's what makes the most sense. Like, I think if you find it in your family, like, if you don't find it in your
Tomahawk
family
Andy
at all, I don't know if
said
you'd
kiwi
actually, if
bird
anyone in
eating
your
kiwi
family
fruit.
would have it. Yeah, they do that.
have identified hundreds of genes linked to autistic traits. But here's the problem. No single gene causes autism. Some people with these genes never develop it, while others do without a clear genetic cause.
So you can have the autism gene but not have autism, or is that not true? Am I misreading what he's saying?
So genetics alone can't be the whole story. That's where environmental factors come in. Researchers have explored everything from prenatal exposure to toxins, viral infections during pregnancy, complications at birth, and even differences in gut bacteria. Some studies suggest that certain
Tomahawk
chemicals
Andy
or pollutants
said, if you can travel through time, when will you go? I'ma go to 1939 and drive tank.
I'm gonna go to the 80s and do a bunch of drugs and shit.
might slightly increase the risk.
I'm just kidding. I'd probably still go to the 80s, but I don't know. Probably not do too much drugs. I don't know. I feel like everything would be affordable. There wouldn't really be a war at the time. But yeah, I'll just
Tomahawk
go to the
Andy
80s.
said, ain't no way the
While
first
others
guy.
indicate that factors like maternal stress or nutritional deficiencies could play a role.
I mean, hell, who knows? Even like premature birth could play a role in autism. I mean, it kind of just sounds like it's a form of brain damage then, doesn't it? Because if it's like something where that shit can affect it, or is that not true? Would it not be a type of brain damage?
But the tricky
I don't
part, no single factor has
Tomahawk
been
Andy
pinpointed as a definitive
said,
cause.
me we.
And then
Me-wee.
there's the controversy. For years, misinformation linked vaccines to autism, a claim that's been thoroughly debunked by decades of research. Yet,
Yeah, I think the vaccines and autism was probably the stupidest shit to ever come out. Like, that made truly no... You can't just... It's like saying fucking a vaccine gave you Down syndrome. It's not something that can possibly happen. If we
Tomahawk
could
Andy
gene mutate like
said,
that,
me
don't
when
you
I
think
asked
we'd use
for
it for like
SMTH, mom,
better
no.
shit
Dad,
than
okay.
that?
Grandpa, neen.
I really don't know.
the myth persists, overshadowing real scientific inquiry into the condition. So what's the truth? Right now, the best explanation is that autism is caused by a complex interplay of genetics and environmental influences. Some scientists believe it's not just about risk factors, but
Alright,
about
we're gonna see the real ones.
origin of language.
Yeah, there we go.
If you're watching this, it means you understand language. But have you ever wondered,
Well, yeah.
where did language actually come from? Who was the
I mean, really, it doesn't matter. Well, no, it obviously does matter because the origin of it is still cool to know. But the thing is, we'll probably never know because language kind of always being a thing, people always being able to communicate, even though if you don't know the same like words that they're speaking, there's a bunch of things that you can do to still get your point across, especially pictures and shit. And I mean, that's what people start with, and then you just make a noise towards it, and then they learn that noise. that you associate with that picture, and then that's language. So I mean, they've been doing it for like probably since the beginning of time.
The first
it's just the
human to
dawn of
string
man.
words together, and how did meaning?
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Tomahawk
I don't
Andy.
know.
Said what is her favorite ice cream flavor? Tomahawk Andy. Said I like original.
It's original, just vanilla, because I think mine would probably be like probably anything Oreo wise.
Meaningless sounds evolve into the thousands of languages spoken today. The origin of language is one of the biggest unsolved mysteries in science, and it's more controversial than you might think. Some scientists believe language developed gradually, starting with basic sounds and gestures used by our
Tomahawk
ancient
Andy.
ancestors.
Said no Vonnie
Over
is Vonnie
time,
original is
these
snow.
simple signals evolved into complex speech.
Bonnie is original. Or original is snow. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't think I've had
But
that
others
flavor.
argue that language emerged suddenly, as a kind of cognitive leap. One day, early humans just started talking. One of the leading theories is the Bow Wow theory, which suggests that
Tomahawk
language
Andy.
began as an imitation
Said
of
it tastes
natural
like water.
sounds, like
Only like water? I mean, that's not a horrible flavor, but like, is that not just like ice? Basically, you're just licking ice.
early humans mimicking
I
bird
could go for
songs
some ice
or
right
animal
now.
calls. Another is the gestural
Watch a horror
Tomahawk
video.
Andy. Said watch a horror video.
All right.
theory, which claims that body language came
Tomahawk
first.
Andy. Said Vita Carnis.
I'm gonna search up a random one. We're gonna do a random like horror short movie, and then I'm gonna go to bed after that. Probably. Hawk Tua short horror film. I would never fucking watch this. Double vision. I don't know. I kind of want one that's like 30 minutes.
Tomahawk Andy. Said no dude what?
No, dude, what? What do you mean?
Tomahawk Andy. Said search Vita Carnis.
I don't know. I'll search it up, but if I want to do a different one, I'm gonna do a different one. Fuck! I can't watch the film theory on it. All right, we'll watch it. We're probably not gonna watch the whole thing though. Not allowed to react
Minus
to the whole thing.
464 underscore. Said BSTVwares on streambo.com. Remove the space at PA0QB37.
On planet Earth, life has thrived for millions of years. Creatures big and small have found ways to adapt and evolve to flourish in all types of environments. From barren wastes to lush forests, life can be found. Earth has homed these creatures since the dawn of life itself. Only until very recently, things have changed. New life
Tomahawk
forms
Andy.
have appeared all around
Said
the
ho,
globe
ho, ho,
and
this is gonna
completely
be fun
changing the
ASF.
balance of nature and what we know about evolution itself. That is why we
Again, I don't know if I'm gonna be
Tomahawk
watching the
Andy.
whole thing.
Said watch 3 episode, yeah, just 3.
It's probably these three then. Yeah, we'll watch up to like around 19 minutes and then we'll stop
meat
there.
research have been studying these new species, trying to help educate everyone about these creatures and their wondrous ways of life. First, what are these new life forms? Since their explosive arrival across the globe in 1931, there has been much debate on what these newcomers are and where they came from. Are they extraterrestrials coming to invade Earth? Or are they demons who come from hell to purge humanity? From what our scientists
Tomahawk
have
Andy.
discovered,
I feel
Said
like
ho,
I'm
ho, ho,
lost.
ho, I'm so excited.
I've been watching this not long, but I feel like I'm lost. Who are these aliens or demons?
no. The origins of these creatures
Oh wait, these creatures, they're
are solely
mite looking creature. Yeah,
to
okay.
Earth, miraculously out of nowhere. We don't know why or how, but one thing is for certain, Earth is now their home. What these creatures are is mysterious and still not well known today. But here is what we do know. These creatures are comprised mainly of muscle tissue, organs, and bones. They greatly resemble animals with no skin, or store-bought meat. Because of these characteristics,
I mean, I feel like there's not a whole lot to go off on. When encountering a meat mimic, under no circumstance should any individual try and perform a true love's kiss in order to redeem the mimic. Meat mimics cannot feel any sort of human emotion, and as such, no attempts should be made to purify the creature.
they have been named accordingly as
Reading one of the
Metacarnes.
comments. That's their
The
name.
carny species consume decaying, organic matter, but their main diet is composed of raw meat, not including their carnies relatives. The carnies only
So they're not cannibals at all. They just eat like people and shit.
appear in places where there is an abundance of crawl, which leads to the first creature of the carnies species, the crawl. The crawl is a growth
Alright, so there's different species and shit. That's crazy. Well, do the different species eat each other or no? They just don't fuck with that at all. No cannibalism whatsoever.
of meaty tendrils that closely resemble the small intestine, the only difference being the dark red coloration. These tendrils grow in a similar pattern as vines, mold, or fungi. A primary stem structure is the host to divisions of other, smaller branches. In each tendril contains a variety of veins, arteries, and other similar organs used to transport nutrients absorbed from its surroundings. The ends of these tendrils
Are they kind of like a virus then? That sounds like what they are. Because if you 100% you eat this or you get in contact with it at all, you're turning into one of them.
are equipped with organelles used to absorb water and organic matter necessary for growth. The source of these organic materials is mainly
Tomahawk
found in
Andy
dirt and soil on
said
surrounding
maybe
surfaces.
like The Last of Us.
Using its root
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like The Last of Us. I mean, then again, you could just it could just easier for like storing and eating food. So rather you turning into one, it just kind of like covers you and kills you. And I mean, it could just be that.
like tendrils. It
Either way,
absorbs
that
the
kinda sounds like a
material and
virus.
processes it into usable energy. Although, the crawl also obtains energy through another means.
People.
Using
People.
a sophisticated
It's people. It's not.
form of photosynthesis,
It's
the dark
it's the sun.
pigmentation of the smaller
Why are you
branches
guys
is
screaming
ideal
it's
for
people?
absorbing sunlight, and therefore
clearly the
allowing
sun.
solar
Come on,
energy to
guys.
fuel the crawl's growth. Because of its efficiency, it thrives in almost all types of environments, easily allowing it to spread across the world, and can be found pretty much anywhere. Its recent inclusion in the ecosystem has caused many major changes in nature's balance. One may assume that the crawl's presence may outcompete any other competitors, but due to its unique life cycle, where old branches fall off and decay into nutrient-rich compost, all forms of life seemingly flourish instead. The crawl's abundance grants plenty of nourishment to all
So it only helps the ecosystem rather than destroying it. It sounds like it would actually benefit being anywhere.
animals, from plants feeding on the decayed crawl, herbivores thriving on increased plant population, and carnivores feeding on both the abundant prey, and are able to eat the crawl as well. The presence of all these animals leave behind waste, which will be broken down and consumed by the crawl, and the cycle begins again. This form of symbiosis
Tomahawk
leads to an
Andy
environment where all
said
populations
SHHHHH,
thrive.
just keep watching.
Humanity
I can't. If I do that, then that's like falls under some copyright thing. I actually have to talk and react to it. Otherwise, it's not reaction content. Then we're just watching a video.
also uses the crawl to our advantage. Because of the supernatural rate of growth and its richness in nutrients, it has been sustainably cultivated into domestic
Tomahawk
farms.
Andy
The crawl
said
is
okay.
harvested and processed into fertilizer, which greatly increases crop yield and quality. The crawl may also be used as a food source for humans, and reliably so. But due to its unkindly appearance and taste, it has yet to reach cuisine standards. The crawl also plays a very important role in the next creatures that we have been studying. Sometimes, In a crawl-populated environment, a node of meat may develop on one of the branches. This node will fall off and grow into a functioning organism, and go to live on as an independent animal.
Okay, so this is going to break into the next type of species.
This leads us to the upcoming species that we will be discussing.
See, I told you.
The first of these creatures are the trimmings.
Please.
The trimmings.
Trimmings.
Trimmings are small animals.
What
The
is that?
first of these creatures are the trimmings.
Fuck. Damn it. I missed it by like a hair. I want to read it. Fuck it. We're not going back again. I'm not doing it. I don't care.
The trimmings. Trimmings are small animals that resemble skinned raccoons. They are commonly known to have a plump body, round head, small eyes, nose and
That does not look like a raccoon at all, but okay.
ear holes, and an agape mouth. They are also equipped with a diversity of limbs. All individual trimmings are unique, each with a different body shape, number of limbs, and other characteristics. One thing they all share in common is that they are made mostly of meat tissue, and are a maximum of 20 centimeters in length, no larger than a basketball. Its life starts with its separation from the crawl. It will wonder to find anything that is edible and able to consume. Although it is an omnivore, being able to hunt meat and forage for plant matter, trimmings are almost entirely scavengers. Their diet consists of rotting plants and meat, including, but not limited to, fruits, vegetables, roots, seeds, insects, and deceased animals.
A pretty basic
Tomahawk Andy
diet for any bottom
Said
feeder.
if you see a trimming, call LeBron James.
Yeah, he'll fucking kick the shit out of it.
Although its appearance is unsightly, it is a cowardly creature, only
Or
fleeing,
dunk it, I guess,
screeching,
actually.
and hiding when threatened. Because of its lack of defensive traits, it lies near the bottom of the food chain, making it easily overpowered and picked off very regularly by predators. Naturally, its population would eventually die out. This is not the case. The crawl constantly produces a large quantity of trimming nodes,
Tomahawk
keeping
Andy
up their numbers.
Said 360 no scope
Naturally,
dunk.
trimmings can be found wherever there is
Exactly.
abundant crawl. Trimmings grow at a decent pace, reaching maturity at around 7 months, having a maximum lifespan of 2 to 4 years.
They do
Although
not
are
live long.
plentiful, humanity has no proper way to implement trimmings into society. Their overabundance has even considered them pests, due to them digging through trash bins and making excessive noise at night. Besides all of this, some people still keep trimmings as pets, and relatively domesticate them. Nuisance or not, trimmings are a
Anyone keeping that as a pet needs some type of psychiatric help, because what the fuck? Why would you keep something so ugly in your house? Seriously.
wondrous
Tomahawk
creature.
Andy
From their plentiful
said what?
numbers, to their skittish nature,
What?
they are truly a thing to behold. The next species on our list is the meat snake.
Oh, hell yeah, meat snake.
The meat snake.
Tomahawk Andy said imagine
The
raising a meat
snake
block.
is a worm-like creature, made
I
of
do
a
not want to
variety
raise a goddamn meat block, I'll tell you that much.
of types of meat, coated in a transparent, skin-like membrane. Its size varies during its lifespan, depending on how much it consumes. When it first separates from the crawl, it is only a few centimeters in length. Eventually, it will reach an average length of 5 meters. Although, under extreme conditions, like natural disasters, war, or plague, it can greatly surpass this length. The meat snake's diet consists entirely of dead animals or parts. A meat snake is incapable of consuming a healthy, living organism. The meat snake allocates its food by using a tongue-like organ covered in sensors to touch and feel its
It's
environment.
like a,
The sensors
it's
catch
basically just a
particles of
snake.
decaying meat, notifying the meat snake that there is food nearby.
It's exactly
This
what happens with
process
a regular
shares many
snake.
similarities to regular snakes.
See?
Hence the meat snake's name.
I told you it was like a regular snake. You guys doubted me.
Once it locates the corpse, the meat snake will open its jaw and swallow the entire
How
body
big can this
whole.
fucking thing get?
Once the entire body is consumed, the meat snake's stomach will release a variety of chemicals. Some will break down soft tissue like skin and the connection points between muscles. Others chemicals will then ferment and preserve the tissue to keep it from breaking down for as long as possible. After that, the remaining flesh and bones will move along the meat snake's tract and slowly be implemented into its own structure, extending the meat snake. Unsatisfactory parts like skulls, pelvises, hair, and fingernails will be excreted. Speaking of skulls, the meat snake will take the skull from the consumed organism and use it as its own. Each meat snake has its own skull, each corresponding to what that one has consumed.
What would be a really cool animal skull for the meat snake? Trying to think of them. I think honestly the rhino probably looks like one of the coolest. Maybe a horse would be pretty sick. Nah, I don't know. It would just kind of look like a horse head on a snake. That wouldn't be too bad, but it's not like the rhino.
During its lifespan, it will swap or replace these skulls if needed. A meat snake's lifespan depends entirely on how much a meat snake consumes. The longest one has lived for was 28 years. The meat snake has no predators and is immune to disease due to its preserving chemicals. The only significant ways a meat snake can die is through starvation, burning, or complete destruction of the meat snake's membrane
So it's basically fucking immortal,
coating.
but not invincible.
Interestingly, the
You
meat
can see
snake
it
is the
clearly.
only member of the Carnies family that is able to reproduce. When a meat snake reaches an excessive size, and is in the conditions to do so, it will commence mitosis, splitting itself in two.
Tomahawk
Then the
Andy.
now two meat snakes
Gross.
will
Said
go
Holy
on
F.
their separate ways and live on as two distinct organisms.
Yeah, it's gross.
Meat snakes can only be found in moderate temperature climates, not too hot, not too cold. Their
Tomahawk Andy.
population depends entirely
looked
on
like
the
a giant
amount of
worm.
corpses available.
Yeah,
Where there
basically.
is death, there are meat snakes.
I mean, isn't that what a meat snake technically is? Just a giant worm. At least it looks like it.
We will use them to our advantage. Meat snakes are a very efficient and clean way of disposing of any meat products. The preserving fluid within the meat snake's body disinfects the carrion, preventing the spread of disease. Humans use meat snakes in butcher shops as a waste bin, dispose roadkill, within war on the battlefield to dispose of festering bodies and parts, and within zoos to dispose of deceased animals.
I wonder what a meat snake would look like with a human skull. Probably fucked up.
They are extremely tame, not caring of any creature
Extremely tame. It shows a fucking video, or not a video, a photo of it like pouncing at someone.
is around them, only acting defensively when it is within consuming a meal. This means they are very easy to tame. Overall, meat snakes are
That's kind of like a shark. A shark would be pretty cool. Unless it is a shark, then that is pretty
a
cool.
marvelous creature with a very interesting way of sustaining itself. It is an amazing experience to encounter one, as long as you don't mind the smell.
They probably would smell like shit,
Our
wouldn't
next
they?
creature is the mimic.
Oh, here we go. Probably the worst
mimic.
one.
The mimic is a bipedal creature with uncanny similarities to humanoid anatomy.
Terrifying,
They greatly
Tomahawk
yeah.
Andy.
resemble humans without
Said
skin,
terrifying.
without an
I feel like any mimic type of horror
Tomahawk
creature
Andy.
is just terrifying.
Said here come the fun part.
This is the fun part. We'll watch this part, and then we'll just watch the mimic, and then we'll be done with
exaggerated
this.
features. These features include
And then I
extended
think we'll go
finger
towards
length,
sleeping.
longer limbs, bulging, empty eyes, and their most prominent feature, a wide, teeth-filled smile. Although it resembles a happy face, this is due to coincidence, and is only how their facial structure is shaped.
They do look pretty happy, though.
The maw of the mimic contains much more teeth than humans, and their teeth is comprised almost entirely of incisors, with some canine and premolars in the back. This tooth composition is ideal for biting down onto meat and swallowing chunks whole.
Oh. I was about to ask what their teeth are used for because it kind of looked more like herbivore rather, or well, no, I was gonna say not herbivore, or is it the
Tomahawk Andy. Said princess won't bite
Yeah, it
wilted
is. I
flower,
thought it was
wilted
more
flower,
herbivore
wilted
than
flower.
Carnivore. Princess won't bite. Princess will
A
bite.
mature mimic's diet is
That
comprised
thing will bite you
entirely
hard
of
as
human
fuck.
flesh. Because of this, they are found solely around human-populated areas. The mimic's life cycle is made of 3 stages. In the first stage, a young mimic separates from the crawl. They closely resemble their trimming relatives, but are thin, sleek, and only have 4 appendages. In this stage, the young mimic will hunt small animals, moving on to larger and larger as they grow. Once large enough, it will begin metamorphosis into the next stage of life. Once
This would be a pretty cool movie, I'm not gonna lie. Just a one fully based around. You could probably do a multiple movies around each one, to be honest. I mean, maybe not around each one, you combine them, but I feel like Harvester Evolution, it sounds like it's gonna be a cool one. Harvester, The Host, Monolith. It's pretty sick.
fully transformed, it will resemble the description mentioned in the beginning. Its hunting style changes and becomes much more complicated. It now stalks and feeds only on humans. It will locate human-populated area and begin its search for an easy target. To blend in, it may use objects to conceal itself. These include clothing,
Yeah, that's pretty
mannequins,
good.
and furniture.
Tomahawk Andy.
Once a
Said
target
absolutely
has been
cinema.
found, the mimic will observe its prey and learn its routine and when it is most vulnerable. This is typically when the human is asleep at night. Once the prey is within position, the mimic will advance silently until it is close enough. The mimic will then execute and immediately begin consumption. Once the mimic has had its fill, it will leave the scene, a fair distance away from the human population, and begin to digest its meal. Although, in the case that a human is awake, a mimic will use a variety of sounds to either lure or startle prey into cornering
That part kind of sucked here in the knock. I that made my heart jump for a second.
themselves. Once a human is in place, it will swiftly attack and kill the helpless target.
There's someone's meal. Poor guy. Okay, but why would you shine a light? Like, turn it off.
Tomahawk Andy. Said no.
No, I think yes.
Tomahawk Andy. Said I accidentally sheet myself.
Reasonable. This is scary as fuck. It's gonna like hit him with a FNAF jump scare. Hooked. Yeah. He looks so funny. Look at his stupid fucking face. I'd start laughing if that thing was about to kill me. I'd try to kill it myself. I'd try eating it. He wants to eat me, I want to eat him. Oh god, that fucking scared the shit out of me. I'm not lying, that got me. That's so quick. Let's go back to that again. Let's get a replay of that. That scared the shit out of me. Seriously, I wasn't expecting it. Look how fast he goes down. It's horrifying, dude. They're fast.
Tomahawk Andy. Said me too.
Genuinely, I was not expecting that. I jumped fully.
The next stage of the mimic's life cycle has
This is
two
a
potential
scary one.
morphs it may develop into. If a mimic has a consistent supply of food, it will develop more human-like features. It will grow skin, hair, and by the end will look nearly identical to a human being. It now can blend entirely into civilization and lure other humans more effectively. The second type of morph happens when a mimic receives an overabundance of food. It will grow into a larger, more evolved hunter. Its proportions will increase in length, and its humanoid features will fade away. It grows a thick, dark coat.
That would suck to see even more, to fight one of the bigger ones. You're going to be back? Sounds good, dude. We're probably going to be... I don't know what
Tomahawk
we're gonna be
Andy.
doing yet.
Said Emma be back.
I wanted to go outside for a minute just to, like, cool off, but now I don't want to go outside because I'm scared a mimic's going to get me.
Coating of a flexible
They're fast,
skin,
dude.
which is
They're hard
highly
to
durable
outrun.
and increases in strength the more the elder mimic consumes. This excludes the face, which
What if an elder mimic gets me? That's even worse.
is now coated in a pale pink skin. The mimic's teeth have also moved deeper into the mimic's throat, leaving its mouth a toothless grin. It uses the dark hue of its skin to hide seamlessly within a dark environment. Its skills have also been heightened. This makes an elder mimic one of the most efficient predators on the planet. Because of the obvious threat this poses on humanity, nations around the world have released instructions on how to be able to fend for yourself in a mimic encounter. Here are the instructions.
1. Avoid going out alone if your location is known to have mimics, or there have been mimic sightings. 2. If you encounter a stationary mimic, seemingly unfazed by your presence, quietly leave the location and alert your local authorities. 3. If pursued by a mimic, get yourself into a position where you are able to flee. Mimics will rarely attack if a person has a clear escape route. 4. In the event that you have been cornered by a mimic, roll into the fetal position, protecting your neck, face, and vital organs from attack. Make as much noise as you can to alert any other people. 5. If you have a weapon, do not use it. A mimic is fairly resilient, and any strikes or shots on a mimic is not effective enough to bring it down in time. Instead, use it as a barrier between you and the mimic to block any attacks. 6. In a situation where a mimic is hunting in the immediate area, and is not aware of your position, hide somewhere low, like under a bed or behind other furniture. A mimic will not linger too long to search for prey, and will move on.
Be safe, and avoid any encounters with a mimic at all costs. Next up, the Harvester.
Is there like a game out for this or something? This is really cool. Trimmings are field mimics if the bulge isn't properly developed into a mimic. I thought they come off of trimmings, but whatever. We'll stop watching this one for now. We'll go back to, I don't know. Let's go look at YouTube, see what it's got. Are you becoming immune to war? I don't know. Probably not. Not yet, at least. The hat's about to come off. It's getting a little hot. Here, I'll put this one on for a little bit.
Tomahawk Andy.
Our
Said I'm
world
back.
formed
Welcome
through
back.
a series of devastating cataclysms.
We finished watching the Mimic part. Crazy.
It could have literally blown the Earth to bits, and then we wouldn't even have a planet today.
An apocalyptic planetary collision. Millions of brutal cosmic strikes.
People for real acting like I would let this happen. It's crazy.
And the most powerful blast in the universe. A supernova.
Our atoms would have been scattered into outer space.
Yet these catastrophes created the planet we know today.
The Earth is an incredibly special place. It seems like everything has worked out just perfectly.
Could other planets have formed the same way? If so, the universe could be full of Earths.
I mean, that is
and
a huge
full
theory, isn't it?
Of life.
Yep.
Our planet is extraordinary.
If you say so.
It provides everything life needs. Trillions of creatures, plants, and us.
Yeah, the worst things on this Earth,
you look
us.
down at the Earth from space, and everything that we know of that's life is down there on that planet, that beautiful planet that you now are going around every hour and a half. And that's almost overwhelming, just the beauty of the Earth.
It's unique in our solar system. But is it unique in the universe?
It's important for us to understand the conditions that led to the formation of the Earth, because then we can look for those conditions around other stars, and if we find those conditions there, then that would suggest that other Earths could be forming elsewhere in the universe.
Could there be other planets like ours among the stars? To find out, we must travel back in time and discover how the Earth was made. Rewind.
All right, I'm gonna play my content.
I figure out how doors work.
Here, we'll go like 30 minutes into it.
What's up?
Whoa, I forgot I was using like a really shitty camera at this time.
I want to go out there and put up a KOS sign.
This is when we had like a weed slash
Oh shit, fucking bitch. Dude, these people will suck so much. Why do they keep RDMing us? Alright, you done pissed me off, buddy.
Buddy.
Jack, stay in there, don't die.
Oh yeah, I kept RDMing people.
Why am I lagging? Why am I lagging? I'm coming back. Oh, you did die. Okay. That's okay. I think you're going the wrong... Yeah, you're going the wrong way. Or I don't even know where you are at. Nuh-uh, yeah, huh?
Yeah, so we tried to make drugs in this one. And we just kept getting killed and shit.
How'd you do that?
Maybe there's a better playlist. I like this one. I mean, I like the Gary's Mod
Okay,
one.
fair. Yeah, well, so it's the Wii tablet.
Here, I want to watch my most
Be able to
popular
use all that
live. What's the? Oh yeah. Okay, let's watch the
We'll
most
buy
popular.
everything.
Not
If I gotta
here.
give you
This
money,
one.
that's
This is like
perfectly
a
fine,
year
by the way.
ago.
So we can get all the.
Oh, it's me watching stuff. I did react content for like most of it.
Then this is a random person trying to shoot me, and then I shoot them in the head, and then it goes splatter. And they're dying. Alright, there we go.
Amazing drawing, Logan. Good job. Honestly, really good drawing.
I got scared from it. You were supposed to draw people hugging, but I guess that works too.
I have a different headset. That's what's
It is
different
basically
from
what the
this
prompt
from like a
said,
year
but
ago.
censored.
Different headset, different camera.
Those are yours. Apparently he made diarrhea in the game.
Same hairline though, at least. Thank God.
Oh, we'll do manual. No voiceover. We're doing. Oh wait, Jeff is already here. Cool.
Jesus.
Brady gets
Censored. Fair.
That's actually really good. Alright, Salsa said blank but censored. I'm not gonna.
Fair.
It's showing the drawings now. Liam, look, it's gonna show yours. Look, there's your drawing. That man has diarrhea while getting scared by the guy that he's killing. What's up, Jeff? Because he got scared, that makes sense. Alright. Logan streaming while in the middle of apocalypse. It's funny how I got that one.
Yeah, I did get that one. Oh, Sauce I don't think Sauce is
I did not want to draw what you said. Because, you know, yeah, that makes sense. We're looking at the drawings.
Oh, no.
Sauces, that's pretty good. I actually like that. That's really good, Sauces. Oh, Liam also empty.
That's why it said
Liam
it
forgot to
again.
draw one. That is a zombie. It's Apocalypse. And there's Liam. Yeah, you did. Alright, now I've got Sauces.
Oh, I'm penis butthole.
Giant goose fights the American army with lasers. Because you are little. That's an American goose. Yo, what's up, William Dickerson? If you want to join us on Gartic Phone, you're more than allowed. You gotta get the website open. He did try his best. I think it looks pretty good. Dude, I thought you drew the World Trade Center for a second. It is good, right?
It looks like
It's
it.
actually really funny. And then Liam. People dying because they are fat and tiny. That's what I drew. Yo, this is Zay.
Pretty
What's
good
up,
drawing,
Zay?
Logan.
You want to join us on Gartic Phone? You just gotta search it up. It's free. I almost forgot your name was Zay. Man getting squished under an anvil. I don't know, man. Man getting squished under an anvil. Alright, we got Jeff in. I'm gonna send... I should have drawn that. Well, yeah. That's Jeff. He's on the stream. Okay, so the duration for an invite is 7 minutes. Give him a hoya, guys. I'm sending a new link just so yeah, do I press start? Yo, what's up, Simplified? If you guys are in the Discord, you can go to announcements. I'm sending all the invites there.
Yeah, I know a good series to go to sleep to. Definitely the Sherlock Holmes one.
It's very whatever that word is for easy to copy. Sherlock is afraid of water. What a fucking pussy.
Fucking
Hey,
pussy.
this is Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. It's about H.P. Lovecraft / Sherlock Holmes.
All right, someone start typing in chat so I know what this sounds like on the TV. This I can play while I leave.
To be looked forward, and I was like, should I do that today? Or should I do something new? And I thought, you know what? Something new. Awesome. Awesome.
Reliable. But if you're speaking, I often find
Yeah,
that the key to
my
everything
bad.
is good sleep in a bed. Your papers are here
Fair.
on the table. Let us see what the postman brought today.
Hi, Watson.
This mess is getting out of hand. What will the landlady think?
So I'm thinking it was kind of laggy. Not the whole thing,
Why
though.
the fuck would I care? We own the place. Hold to inspect. Tensions between England and Sweden are running high after a series of unfortunate mishaps during a recent visit to London by Swedish Prince Ildur. Chief among the scandals was the embarrassment
Said you tried baby steps.
corpse as a result of the unexplained disappearance of Princess Ildur's personal bodyguard. The longtime member of her inner circle took the opportunity to explore London.
I'll play that tomorrow, but I got my content up so I can react to it without any problem. But 100%, I'm gonna do baby steps tomorrow just because
But why not just say that
I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed.
Zuku said heck yeah.
A spokesman for the police
I am pretty excited to do that game though. It looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun and really funny. I've been waiting for that one to come out for now.
representative of the Scandinavian
Before I go to bed, I'm gonna get some more water and shit.
whether by his peers at the Gentleman's Club or the Fair Nightingale.
Said I watched Casey play.
Oh, so they
That's reasonable. He's really funny.
Said funny ASF.
so they think
Yeah.
he's trying to find some hoes.
Your order from Barnes Bookshop has arrived.
I'll try to be as funny. No promises though.
Delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop.
But I'm hyped.
Another letter from Werner. I never replied.
I got my stream thing over here, then I got the video over here. And the camera, high camera, because it's what I'm gonna be watching when I go to sleep.
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men.
This was a good game, by the way. I thought this was a great game. I should play the other ones in the series. I don't know if they're all like Lovecraft, but this was a really fun one.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe
I thought the story was amazing.
that unpleasant discovery this morning. I disposed of it. But in lieu of that, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I have just
What is
returned
this
from a
fucking
It was a little bit laggy, and I didn't notice it on stream, but eventually I do turn down the graphics and it works perfectly fine after a while. I think it's after like maybe the first hour. But the gameplay isn't laggy, really.
I was gonna mess with the
Alright, I'm gonna be back in a little bit. I'm just gonna go get more water and shit. I'll be back in a sec, and then we're gonna go to fuck the bed.
V-Sync. I don't usually like having V-Syncs on highest.
If you type on chat a lot, it might keep me up, by the way. Not to keep saying one more thing before I go.
I don't like foliage. I would
But yeah,
turn it
chat's gonna be loud as fuck tonight.
Oh, you can't.
It's probably gonna keep me up. Maybe, probably not.
Stuff on
People aren't like spamming it.
on Epic. Skype. Difficulty, what is it? Young Detective. You will see interactive icons for people and items you can interact with. Mastered. Oh, okay. Investigation, progress, notifications, interactive. We'll keep it on Young Detective for now. Mycroft. Custom difficulty allows you to adjust experience to your liking. We'll keep it on Young Detective for now. Blah, 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 blah. Audio, video, gameplay, subtitles is on, camera sensitivity, that's fine. Don't want to invert it. Reward notifications, controls. I don't really care.
Stones.
Wait, how do I get to my wardrobe? Because I do have shit. Alright, let's put on some drip. Ooh. That makes us look like the fucking... that makes us kind of look like a butler. I don't like that. This makes us look like a neckbeard. That's kind of lame. This is clean. This is dirty. This makes him look like a soldier. Ugly. It's not even ugly. That's probably the best looking suit in his... Well, actually, I like this one a lot better. I can give him a hat. Oh my god. We're gonna give him the Stan Pines hat. Can I make him look like Stan Pines? Stan Pines wears that glasses. What type of suit does he have? Is it more like this? He has a red tie on, though. I guess that's fine. He has more stubble than anything, but I can't really do stubble. That looks freaking funny. That makes him look Amish as fuck. He looks dead like that. We'll keep his color. He doesn't even look like Sherlock anymore. Oh, it's Holmes. No wonder he doesn't look like fucking Sherlock. It's not fucking Sherlock. Fudging. Shouldn't be swearing so much. Or does it even matter? Alright, we look dripped out. Wait. That looks like cancer. Scary.
Don't look at me. If you want the newspaper, you'll have to get your hands dirty.
You can almost tip it over. Is that not the newspaper that I need? That's music. Oh, I probably have to leave. Oh, okay, cool. Just go right out the door. Is this open world? Watson brought in the morning's post, but the strand is missing. He disposed of it before entering the building because the pages were soiled. Jesus Christ. There's still a chance it might be found in the dustbin. I can't go into other people's homes. What's up, Holmes? Homie. Holmesy. Holy crap, that was a big lag spike.
A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect assassination tool.
You trying to assassinate me?
Watson, the paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil. See, Watson? The conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness.
People want to poison me, and it's because of my drip.
Get the strand.
I gotta run.
Copy of the strand here.
Give me the
Sorry, Mr.
strand.
Holmes, I just sold my last paper.
Motherfucker, why you?
Then why are you still here?
Yeah.
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early.
Ah, that's a smart kid right there.
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me, did you notice anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Precisely. What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Dr. Watson.
Cool, now I can take the day off.
Nice. Good for you.
Did you see what he was up to?
Nah.
I think I'll make it a little bit smaller and put it in the top right.
But I had a customer. Then there's a loud bang. I ducked down. Not because I was scared, because I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise. And all I could see was him kneeling at your door.
Where was he headed?
Not sure. I was distracted by
You goddamn! I'm paying a shilling for what? No information?
Yeah, the kid told me fucking nothing. That really pissed me off. Like, what the hell was up with even asking him anything if he's just a dumbass? You know what I mean? You never ask dumb people questions. They'll never tell you a straight answer.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes.
Well,
Maybe you really? Eyes and ears, if you have more shillings.
Maybe if you were better eyes and ears, dipshit.
Yeah, dipshit, fuckhead, stupid ass.
The missing copy of the Strand was in the bin with a cactus.
Oh my god, this first part might be a little rough just because I'm trying to figure out how to play the goddamn game.
Perfect assassination tool if dosed with poison. The rest of the newspaper is damp and dirtied with potting soil. Watson brought the morning's post, but the Strand is missing. He disposed of it before entering the building, blah blah blah. The newspaper is indeed in the bin. Oh. Who ruined the Strand? Book from the Barnes.
I watch like 2 screens at once. Mostly going to be watching this on my phone, probably.
Among Our Morning's Deliveries is a book for Watson, who is from Mr. Barnes, the bookseller, who prefers to do deliveries himself. Attached to the book is Barnes' business card, which includes the address of his corner store around the corner. Wait, what? Oh. Alright, we'll try and go after this. A little bit of evidence first. There's a copy of the Strand was stuck in the bin with a cactus spine, very tricky, blah blah blah.
I don't have another piece of evidence. That's what I'm missing in this part.
Get your copy of the Strand here.
I got a good fit on though.
He's on break. Now where would he, if I was a book... Ah ha ha ha. Look at you, you're poor.
That's actually really funny. Clip that.
Is this Mr. Barnes? That's not Mr. Barnes. Are you Mr. Barnes? You're a woman. You're definitely not Mr. Barnes. Oh!
Impressive stature.
I just need to shave my whole fucking head. You know what I need to do? I need to do that. Get the clippers out. I could do that tomorrow. If I really wanted to, I probably could.
Yeah, Watson, stop being such a dipshit. I can tell you're not the owner. Yes. Fair. Are you Mr. Barnes? You're not Mr. Barnes. If I was Mr. Barnes, I'd probably be at a bar. So let's go find the nearest bar.
How about that Vogel fellow? He seems rather obsessed with you. Would he do something like this?
How on the flip should I know, Holmes? Talking to me like I know everything. Where the hell is this dude? Oh, is this him?
Why go through all this scheming to murder you? A spine stuck to the...
Oh my god, it's gonna take me forever to find him, dude.
Navigate to the
He's just in the bookstore, I'm pretty sure. I'm taking off my glasses. I don't really need them.
Well, I did. I did this one.
I mean, I do. I can't see anything now.
Is there
Can't even reach that.
Let's go back to the scene of the crime. What's up, pussy?
Oh. Say comments like that.
That road is hella closed right now. The bar. As I said, this is probably the place where he would be if I was him.
I'll stand watch, just in case the strange man comes back.
Trying to make it sure there's no like double sound on my mic and everything.
What are you talking about?
Like double sound on my mic and everything.
Pussy. Bitches be crying.
Oh.
Oh, this is Stenwick's Manor.
Zoku. Said GNQD.
Good night, Zigo. I hope you have a good night. I might skip a little bit into this video because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing till later in the game.
Oh wait. Maybe the woman would know who who bought a cactus. I should go talk to her. What's this? This fruit. At least it's getting washed off though. It's pretty smart. Keep your fruit, or not your fruit, vegetables, please.
No, sir, I've never heard of it. Could you help me? No, sir, I've never heard of it. I can't help.
River, corner, box, X marks the spot, barrel right next to it.
A ruined newspaper is hardly the end of the world. It was a grim view.
I still got no fucking clue what I'm doing in this game. For like a little bit longer.
Can I ask you a question?
I can't help you with this.
What's you can't? No one can fucking help me with this shit. Oh, I'm the only one that can help me with this shit. Ooh. Oh, I can't take it. I want to be an axe-wielding murderer.
Could you help me?
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
Bombaclad.
Why is he saying stuff like that? What a weird person. We should subscribe to this guy. Who is this again? Oh, Big Guy LT.
In the circuit yard lie miniatures with mechanisms inside them. One miniature depicts a mine with a small minecart. A miniature represents a factory. A miniature fireplace occupies the yard. There is a lock bearing 3 padlocks with names etched onto each one. And then that's the one thing. Let's guess we could follow this one. And go back, and then pin that as evidence.
May I ask you something?
I can't help you with this.
No, you can't.
Honestly, I think this is a 10 out of 10 video.
May I ask you something?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
Move, Holmes. God damn.
Could you help me? Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
How does it take me so long to figure out just to go to the fucking bookstore in this game? It's actually crazy. I can't believe how stupid I was when I first played this.
Anyway, I can get into the shop or something. I was figuring maybe she has some answers inside, but I guess not.
May I ask you something?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Of course you don't. Farm Fresh? Maybe this guy knows.
Do you know anything about this?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Okay.
I think all in all, this was a good choice, though. Because once I do start get the ball rolling in this game, once I understand what I'm supposed to be doing,
maybe he can help with this.
and I like actually learn it, the game goes so much quicker. So it's not too bad. It's just right now I'm at such a huge learning curve because I never played the Sherlock games before. I want to play more of them though. They're fun.
Maybe we'll go check the apartment again.
May I ask you something?
I wish I could help you, but I don't know.
She sounds perfectly fine when talking. It's a copper. No, it's not.
May I ask for your assistance?
Like the whole thing is that like I lost a paper. I forgot about that. That's what the beginning is. Is like either lost a paper, or the paper just didn't do something right. I don't know.
Alright, Holmes, let's go. Head back.
But that's why you have to go to the bookstores to get the day's paper. And then you figure out a crime in it, and then you have to go solve the crime. I think that's the way it goes. At least how the first one goes. The first one was a real learning curve, and then everything after that came naturally. This game was really easy and fun. It's another one of the dolls.
What does it say? What does it say?
I could probably skip like 2 hours and the fucking thing wouldn't even be done.
Fabric on this doll, likely one-legged by design.
It's a joke, by the way. 2 hours, I'm probably really far in it.
Hey ho, this week pitches for Ravens. Another treasure hunt is upon you. With the clue in hand, it's up to you to find all the dolls. So we got 1 out of 3, probably. We need to look for a wheelbarrow by the statue.
Treasure hunt. Used to do lots of those in my childhood for myself and...
Is it a call for help?
A bad joke? Or both? Better not risk leaving this matter ignored, don't you think?
I don't think there'd be shit over here. But we're on the move.
Why not? Okay, this is a good. I feel like yeah, probably a lot of fun.
I don't know anything about this, sorry.
One of these things is not like the other.
Holy shit! Look at that lag.
Come again?
The cactus. Those fearsome spines can prove a dole to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless, though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break.
Don't forget. Talking chat, it's gonna go through my TV and it's like really loud and shit. So that would probably be a hard time sleeping.
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything?
And I'm allowing people to spam the chat only tonight.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh.
You don't even have to send donations or anything. You can just use the regular chat to like get it to speak and stuff.
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes.
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Yes. No, not really. Well, in a way.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he is, of course.
The cutscenes will be a little laggy in this part, but eventually I do fix it.
And most days I spot Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy. So
I think. I'm pretty sure I fix it. This game was just, I don't know, it didn't run that well on stream, but I think that's because I don't have enough RAM.
But since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
It ran fine though after like...
Look at my flowers. They will not bite unless you touch their thorns.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Orange plays a bouquet of dead flowers to attract the attention of Miss Fleming, a florist. He may hope she will come into the shop and give.
Alright, well, I gotta sleep.
Oh. Or could simply be a symbol of his desperation. He sounds like a desperate motherfucker. Barnes anonymously gifted her a cactus, which he ordered from a catalog on his counter. A questionable choice, but for Barnes, a symbol of his eternal love. Oh, okay.
I think perhaps I have been chasing shadows.
Do not despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer. I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
All right, then.
So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus and your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
Oh, it's true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
As in most things in life, truth is the answer. Cease with the abstruse signals and anonymous gifts, and simply talk to the woman. What is the worst that can happen? She rejects you, and you are freed from this endless purgatory.
That... Yes, you are correct,
Yeah,
of
stop being
course.
such a pussy.
I do have a slight tendency to overthink things. Thank you.
So, at last, we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a bookseller. I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
Sup, Peter? Explosion rocks, docks. Locals at the Port of London had a rude awakening last night with the loud bangs and thick red smoke. Disturbing the peace. Merchant ship Moscow had docked at Pier N3 in the early evening and wrote to Europe when it was rocked by several concussive explosions. The Port Authority is yet to comment on the incident, and it is unknown if any crew members were on board at the time. Eyewitnesses report seeing saltpeter petre leaking into the river, but with the area still off limits to workers and the public, it may be some time before we have a full account of what
Come,
transpired.
Dr. Watson. Let us put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
This game is making more and more sense as I play, which is fun.
Well, that was an utter waste of time.
An assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No. Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition, and that perhaps, if ill applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Oh, Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career.
I'm gonna let the robot read it.
Guy.
It's brilliant.
Sid, hi.
Let's go.
What's up, normal guy? How you doing?
Well, his
Normal
house
guy.
is nearby.
Sid, what is this game?
This is Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. It's a Lovecraft.
Normal guy. Sid looks nice.
It is. It does look nice. I don't really know what to do now, though. Captain Stenwick has a large man. Oh, okay. Never mind. I do know what to do now. I have to go to the dude's mansion. It's pretty fun so far. Trying to figure out the clues was a bit confusing, but I got it down. I'm starting to get how to play this game.
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the Inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
Oh god. I don't know why the game's lagging, though.
This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. And it's my superior.
Sounds like a dog.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course.
But it's
Here
pretty
and there.
cool.
When life is tough.
I'm
on the
hoping
job,
the...
You can't blame those who answer.
I played Call of Cthulhu a little bit ago, And they showed Cthulhu. I expected it. I even called it. I was like, they're probably only going to show a quick glimpse of Cthulhu, and if they do that, I'm going to be a little pissed off. They did that for one of the certain endings, so obviously I'm a little pissed off because I wanted to see a little more Cthulhu. But nope, I'm hoping this game at least has a little bit more. But you never know. This game could also just have one quick glimpse of Cthulhu, and then that's it.
Captain, perhaps
But
Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning
I got
more
another
about
game.
Servant, so
Said
that
okay.
he may begin his
Yeah.
investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right.
I did get another game though, The Sinking City, which is another one of another Cthulhu game.
Tell me about Kimahir.
He's foreign. A Maori. All the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen. And as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here, Norman.
There was another disappearance of
Yesterday, I had
Oh,
to
okay.
get myself.
I'll see you later, normal guy.
Normal guy.
Have a good one.
Said BTW, I have to go.
Oh boy.
Normal guy. Said
Thanks for dropping
May I
in.
see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
Is there any reason Kimahir may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
All the cabbage? God damn.
I take it this is the first time Kimahir has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
Did Kimahir make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person.
No, no. I kept his
I'm gonna be
wages
the
in
best
my
detective
safe
ever.
For security.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
Why are you still here?
That's a crazy looking statue. Probably unfinished, but oh, there's the head.
Looks like a knee print. A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boot. Chewing tobacco. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
Oh, Watson, that's just the beginning of it. My dear Watson. Oh. Oh. Is that it? Okay.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
Oh, we're all a little bent somewhere. Unless we're straight. Someone's face was in there.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
Sherlock, I'm so fucking smart.
A small navy spyglass. scrap of Hessian. These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them.
It's like a death whistle or something.
A Maori nose boot. Ngurus, they're called. Button chops. The remains of a meal.
Delicious, yummy. Can I break it open? Is this poop?
A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes.
The ashes are long since cold.
Oh, it's a narcotic. Pretty cool, pretty cool. This person must like the party.
No air coming through it. Clothes made of Hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly?
That's a horrible fucking bed. It's not even a blanket. I guess there's a blanket right there. Ah, window.
Is this a Tanifa, a Maori water spirit, or something else?
Either way, it's giving me chills.
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
Hmm. I wonder what else I should be checking. Holmes, can you please get the fuck out of the way? Stop getting in my goddamn way, Holmes. For the love of God. Commander's lodging is a shack in the cabin. At the entrance of the shack are crushed crates and pieces of stack cloth. In the brazier next to the remains of a meal is charred ball with characteristic smell. The scent is hard to confuse with anything else. It's a narcotic. Among the other scattered objects inside the sack of grain with an impaired human head.
Who could have left these tracks? They seem fresh.
I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
Fuck you.
I thought you were meant to be intelligent. Are you joking? Why would I know this?
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimahir's?
Yes. I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting.
You thought he was hot.
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimahir's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it.
Has Kimahir ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimahir's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
Do you happen to know Kimahir's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest, but I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimahir and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden. If you find my man, I have a marvelous whiskey with your name on it.
think Kimmy here had an accomplice in his escape?
Mr. Golden underscore YT said hi, it's me from yesterday.
What's up, Mr. Golden? How you doing? Welcome back. Doing a different game today. I was thinking of doing Dying Light, but wanted to do something with Cthulhu. I have another game that I'll be doing a playthrough of soon too. But I decided to start with this one first because it just looked fun. Kind of confusing, but other than that, still pretty fun. This part's always confusing. Oh shit, wait, I have more stuff. Alright.
Mr. Golden underscore YT said, yeah, you're a natural born entertainer. You could keep up my attention if you were commentating on paint drying.
That's really funny. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's a really nice compliment. Where the fuck did he go? He disappeared. That's correct. Oh shit. He's just out there now.
Is this a Tanifa, a Maori water spirit, or something else?
Already looked at that. We don't need that no more. So again, drag. And also, this happened. I guess I can skip because I already know what to do somewhat. I love Sherlock Holmes. Especially the Robert Downey Jr. one. That was so good. Alright. There's clearly some evidence I'm missing. Maybe I should go talk to the dude, though. I can't go inside his mansion, which I thought was gonna happen.
This dreary rain is making a miserable day.
Yeah, everyone's complaining about the goddamn rain. It's London. What do you expect? It's constantly raining over here. I could go check behind the door just to see if there's anything there. Might as well. Is this way gonna be blocked now? It is blocked now. Alright. I am pretty confused about this game, though. Not gonna lie. Sometimes it makes simple sense, and then other times it's like very confusing. It's mostly just trying to find evidence and clues and stuff. Maybe I gotta put these in the order that makes most sense. Getting a princess, personal bodyguard, toured London while off duty, but never returned from a late night walk. Police are currently conducting a search. Alright. E.
Pull it.
Already searched all that. What the Sigma? Then we have these. That we checked out some marks.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
Alright. One actual piss in the ass. I think I need to find another item then. Innocent does not recognize. Oh wait, have I not looked at all this shit? And then if I go back, am I gonna have new shit? Yep. He goes back. Confusing as fuck, to be honest.
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots.
And I know they're not the dude's boots because he never wore shoes, which is what they were saying. Maybe there's something we can do here.
Let me know if there's any way I can make it up to you. Tell you what, tomorrow's edition of The Strand is on me.
Thank you.
Yes, Stenwick is no angel, but he's one of my few clients. Please, try to remain courteous.
Okay, not just tomorrow. A whole week's worth. How does
Holy
that sound?
shit.
You're right, I could do more. Next time you move house, I'll be there to help. I'm great with boxes.
How much more stuff can I get out of this guy?
To consult my books whenever you like. I could be an asset in one of your investigations. And feel free to consult my books
Must be an
whenever you
asset.
like. I could be an asset in one of your investigations.
Alright, I gotta go back to this place. Wait, what? What the Sigma? God damn it, I have to fucking walk all the way back now. Get up, get down. Move around. Move around. Everybody get up, get down. What's up, little shit? Gave you a shilling for no good information. Can't talk to you again, can I?
Stupid, Mr. Holmes. Stop loitering and go and do your job.
I'm not stupid, I'm just slow. There's a difference, dickhead. You say you just say an investigative garden, but I literally looked at every nook and cranny back here. It goes away, and it comes back.
This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
Yeah, me neither. And I'm fucking Sherlock, I should be able to figure this shit out in a jiffy. How about the other side of this cabin? I guess you can't go to the other side of this cabin.
Oh.
Alright. I don't see anything around here. I don't know, I'm confused as fuck, to be honest. Because I did this one perfectly. But these were pretty easy, to be honest. Cactus and Crackpot, Miss Fleming and Barnes, and then Dead Flowers. This one makes no fucking sense, mostly because now I don't have shit, and plus it's using the same stuff of the Miss Fleming. Mr. Barnes loves Miss Fleming. Eee. Cringe. I can fast travel from here, but I couldn't fast travel from the other place. I want a top hat, that will look cooler. Nothing over here. Talking about the Scandinavian prince, but like I can't do anything with that information. It means nothing to me, basically.
This disappearance is intriguing, though. I cannot make head nor tail of it.
Wonder what I'm doing wrong.
No air coming through it. No air coming through it. No air coming through it.
Yeah, because of that.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
It looks like they went face first into it instead of the back of their head. Oh, he placed a narcotic in there and then held in the smoke so he would get high. Then he drugged his body away. But why?
No air coming through it. A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called.
Yeah, I can tell you now it's not him. Plus, he said he didn't have a spyglass, so this would make most sense. I'm gonna watch the video real quick. I'm gonna see what the fuck to do here. I don't care if that's cheating, this is so goddamn confusing. I don't know what I'm missing, that's the only problem. That's why I'm watching something, because I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I already did all that, I searched everything. Motherfucker. God damn it, dude. I literally looked at that already. Can I not look at this? This is what the person in the game was looking at. There's a fucking thing on there. Huh. My back. You know, literally, there's supposed to be something right here. I did look at this. Because it said bend to the left. Then I made a joke about that. That's how I know. My investigation might be cooked. Alright, I understand how the game works. Don't need to look at that no more.
Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden. Surveilling from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity.
Alright, this game's making a lot more sense. Now I know how to play.
Sleep, the man
a little bit
crept up
better.
to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimahir inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimahir had the key in his shack.
Remarkable. It makes total sense.
Yes. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't figure out that, but now I figured out how to figure that out. And I figured everything out. Now I'm the smartest person in the world. I'm like Sherlock goddamn Holmes. This game makes a lot more sense of how to play it now. Alright, I'll go tell this guy. Hey, your worker got killed.
Found something by now, gentlemen.
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimahir. Likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimahir's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
You got it.
We checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
I won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimahir was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimahir's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimahir, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know? Why haven't you found him yet?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced so much.
Every second you dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego, is another second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
Truly, there is no better evidence of a man's nature than the way he treats those who help him. And you, sir, are a brute.
Get fucked.
The cruelty of your ignorance about the Maori people, your selfish attitude to a man's kidnapping.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Well, then you should have led with that. Here you go. I hope you'll return soon with good news. And in the meantime, please teach your companion the art of brevity.
I should teach you how to go fuck yourself, to be honest. Alright, Holmes, let's go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Alright, there's an item I'm missing, but I got 2 of them done, which is pretty good. Oh, we just found a clue.
Roy Soulsby. Could that be the name of our man?
Could be, could be.
Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a
Gonna be
Portuguese
back in a
bowline.
second.
This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair.
Shit, I mean...
Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahir's cart, I gather.
What other piece of evidence am I looking for on this goddamn cart? Oh. Is there something I missed in this?
A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the color and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor?
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter.
Then we're in agreement. Well done.